Good morning, everybody. It's Lorraine Alternative Homesteading on Monday, June 23rd, 2025. Well, I just watched a video, and it really upset me. I've been following a YouTube creator and a fox rescue person, Mikayla, with SaveAFox. She is the most beautiful, red-haired, uplifting, joyful person who loves these foxes. She has rescued thousands and thousands of foxes that were in fur farms. Well, I just watched this video of her husband, Ethan, and it's absolutely heart-wrenching. And I'm going to air a lot of this and then show you what this beautiful woman has done. And any ad revenue that I get from this video is going back to SaveAFox. She was the light. She was the face of SaveAFox, and she has a daughter named Freya, and as you know, that's the name of my cat rescue. She has a daughter named Freya, her husband Ethan, and thousands of foxes that adore her. She's got cats and dogs. Well, her husband finds her unresponsive 2 days ago. What was 2 days ago, everybody? 2 days ago. Wasn't that the summer solstice? The sun went into the sign of Cancer. Big, heavy witch holiday. But unbeknownst to me, and I did not know this because I just see her as this beautiful woman saving these foxes. Unbeknownst to me, and her husband reveals in this video that she was diagnosed with borderline personality and she was on the autism spectrum. Now, I'm going to tell you that I've watched thousands of these videos, and you never know what goes on behind the scenes or whatever, but if that's true, that this highly sensitive woman rescuing animals may or may not have been falsely diagnosed and likely a prescribed medication whose negative side effects can cause some of the most unthinkable things in people, which is why I've been so adamant about helping Jessica. But anyway, I didn't know this, and most people don't know, and you all experience it too if you're a targeted person. She was receiving a lot of hate, negative comments, cyberbullying, harassment, online, and from some of the people that were closest to her. Other rescues. And I can sympathize with that, because rescue people are some of the most envious, jealous creatures on the planet when they see somebody more successful than them getting donations and stuff. Pure evil. So this woman, Mikayla, allegedly had taken her own life. 2 days ago, her husband found her, and I will let him speak here. And again, please share this video. Please visit their page. Watch their videos so that they can get some ad revenue. She has some of the most gorgeous foxes. Beautiful to watch. But please listen to Ethan.
I just want to start this video out by saying parental advisory. This is not a video for children. And a trigger warning. Some of the things you're about to hear are going to be triggering for some people. I don't have approval from the board to make this video, but I have to say what needs to be said. I have to. This is a video I never planned on making, and it's completely devastating having to sit down and write this out. But a couple days ago, Mikayla Rains passed away. This is the most hurtful and difficult time of my life, so please bear with me as I try to read this through the tears. Mikayla was the most bright and shining example of what you could accomplish if you really set your mind to something. She was never held back by ideas that everyone else considered unrealistic. As many of you know, she was on the autism spectrum, and while that made her life very difficult, it allowed her to hyper-focus on one thing, and that one thing was obviously animals. From a young age, she dedicated every waking hour of her life to helping them, whether it was helping a snapping turtle cross the road or saving 500 foxes from a terrible fur farm. She was never in it for fame, money, or personal gain. She was truly one of the most selfless people I have ever known. She put the animals' well-being over her own time and time again. She would forgo sleep, eating, and showering if there was an animal that needed her help. And it was not just foxes. I've seen her help birds, reptiles, sheep, squirrels. I truly believe when it came to animals, she could do anything. She would build the strongest bonds with all of the animals here, constantly working to earn their trust and create a lasting connection. Every single animal here just lost their best friend. And over the course of her life, she was responsible for saving into the 4 figures of animals, and all of your support made that possible. She would always love the letters that you would send, the pictures and paintings that the children made, and the kind words and comments in your posts. Her words were heard by millions and has affected more lives personally than I could ever hope to count. She was not just a rescuer, but an advocate. Her legacy is SaveAFox. And despite her being the most important part of that, I am not going to let it stop here. I will do whatever I can to see SaveAFox keep moving forward to save as many lives as possible. I gave Mikayla all of my love and energy, and I will do the same with this rescue going forward. As long as you are all here to support us, we can do this. And I will try to keep the content coming since that is such an important part of our funding. As long as you all can continue donating, interacting online, buying merch, and coming here for tours, we can continue to help the many helpless animals that need us and educate and bring awareness to everyone. This is what Mikayla would want, and I have to see her goals and dreams be realized. Aside from being the amazing superhero of animals, Mikayla was also a wonderful wife and a caring mother. Every day I would wake up to a list from her on exactly what we needed to accomplish in the day. Her work ethic was, for lack of better words, relentless. But we did everything together. Despite her pouring out all of her love for the animals, she still found some love to give to me. I have never shared a bond with anyone the way I have with her. We spent nearly every moment of every day together. And now, half of me is missing. Sorry. She had so many lofty goals and aspirations, and she would push and push until it got done. But despite all of this, she was a best friend to Freya. And every day she would teach her how to interact with respect and care for the animals here. They would go on pony rides together, swing in the fox yards, and take care of Freya's little cockroaches. The first thing Freya would want every morning is mommy. But through all of this, for her entire life, she struggled. She struggled with autism, with depression, with borderline personality disorder, and more.
Okay, now this is something that I was completely unaware of. And my concern, whenever I hear this, is that so many people have been placed on a cocktail of pharmaceuticals. And the long-term negative side effects can be horrific, one of which are ideations. And for anybody who is subscribed to Look Out for Charlie, yesterday he put out a video about ideations. And I will attest to the fact that most of these pharmaceuticals, long-term side effects are the ideation of taking one's own life or harming others. So let's continue with this heartfelt memorial from Ethan, Mikayla's husband.
She was always in and out of different kinds of therapy, trying various mood stabilizers and meds.
There you go.
But nothing really seemed to help.
There you go.
Simple tasks were hard for her. Looking at her from...
And I need to add here, a personality disorder cannot be repaired with mood stabilizers or pharmaceuticals. That's just my 2 cents here. And of course, if somebody is experiencing these negative side effects and then have the online bullying, the harassment, and the right transit in the sky happens, something horrible can happen. And I just think it's just too much of a coincidence that this happened 2 days ago on the Solstice. Please leave a comment down below. And please, everybody, whether you like foxes or not, this is a huge loss. She was saving all these animals from fox farms, fur farms. She was buying up the fox farms, rescuing them, and shutting them down, paying them off so they would never have the fox farm again. She was able to pick up, talk to, and I'll show you some of her videos, and please watch her videos so they can get some ad revenue. And I will, for everybody that watches this video, clicks on it, I will be monitoring what the ad revenue is, you know, and just sends donation on this video. I have donated to SaveAFox in the past.
From the outside, you could never tell what was going on in her head, but even just socializing would send her over the edge. Looking at a cluttered restaurant menu would make her just want to leave. And wearing the jeans that she loved would give her so many sensory problems that it could ruin her entire day. And if you follow her personal page, she loved helping educate people about the problems that she and others faced on a daily basis. She would stay up late at night writing away about things out of her control and how she would attempt to cope with them. She made posts and discussed autism awareness so that it could be spread and help everyone understand just how difficult life can be for those on the spectrum. And she was so sensitive to everything, which is a double-edged sword because on one hand, it allowed her endless empathy for those in her care, but it also means that she took everything negative to heart. And now I want to talk about how words, whether spoken in person or written online, can affect someone.
Listen carefully.
For a few years, a group of people had been throwing dirt on Mikayla's name and the rescue.
Okay, there you go. A few years. People have been slandering her name and on the rescue. Sound familiar?
Most of these are people she knew, and some of them are other animal sanctuaries.
Some of them are people that she knew, and some of them are other animal sanctuaries. And if anybody has been listening to the news, how many Jealous animal rescue people there have taken out other sanctuaries. Like the one on Long Island, the cat rescue. They burned down his whole building with him in it. And then there was another one recently somebody sent me. And on and on and on. And I'm just going to put it out there because these Luciferian Satanists, they love sacrificing animals. And 2 days ago was another one of those high bitchy witch holidays. And it was just a coincidence, though, that this happened to her on this day. I'm so angry. I'm so upset about this woman's passing. And what it's going to mean to all of those foxes and her family. And for all you creatures out there that slandered this woman's name, let it come back to you times 10 what you did to her.
They consistently spread ridiculous claims and rumors, and being the sensitive human that she was, Mikayla took it all to heart. And it hurt her. It hurt her a lot. But she pushed through. For years, she pushed through the pain of people trying to bring her down and the mental challenges she faced. And she still rescued hundreds of animals and changed the lives of so many.
She was amazing.
But recently, more of the rude words, accusations, and name-calling came from some of those she considered close friends. I think all of this stems from jealousy and envy.
There you go, jealousy.
But she felt as if the entire world had turned against her. She had always battled with borderline personality disorder causing emotional instability, as well as impulsive behaviors. But this time it went too far. She couldn't bear what she was feeling any longer. And she ended her life. And it breaks my heart that someone who is selfless and devoted her life to animals could have so much negativity pointed at her.
Because these evil people. Evil. Jealousy is evil.
Why? That's all I can ask is why.
Evil. She became targeted, that's why. She was targeted.
In a world that's filled with darkness, she was just light. She was just light.
She was beautiful.
And to those of you that pushed her to this, every one of you that had been responsible for making her feel this way, I wish you had to see me find her. And I wish you had to watch me perform CPR on her for 15 minutes until the first responders arrived. And I wish you had to watch helplessly as paramedics attempted to revive her lifeless body. And I wish you had to hear the screams and the cries of her family.
They don't care. They don't care. They don't care. They're
I wish
evil.
you had to see tiny, heartbroken Freya try to understand why she could never see her mommy again. I wish you understood what you were doing before you did it. Before it had to go this far. And I wish you understood that words do have real and terrible consequences. If you only have negative garbage to say, just shut up. And if you are feeling lost and hopeless, please reach out to someone, whether it's friends and family or calling a hotline. And to everyone else, please keep an eye on those around you. Look for the signs because they are there.
I'm going to end here, but I want to show you who this woman is and her videos. Here she is.
W-A-L-K later, huh? Huh? We'll do W-A-L-K? And tell everybody to get the little Finny plushie. Hey, that's you. That's silly. That's silly.
She saved all of these foxes from a fur farm. Look at this.
Finny, did you have a good run? Are you completely wore out? Finnegan just did his 5K practice run and he is pooped. Absolutely pooped. We do WALK later, huh? Huh? We do WALK? I'm looking for my best friend. Have you seen him? Have you seen him? He's orange, and he's a little bit bigger than a cat, and he has black socks, and his name is Finnegan Fox. Have you heard of him? Oh, that's you? Yes?
Meanwhile, what you just heard now, YouTube actually created it as a sound to download. So her voice will live on forever. And I feel so bad. I mean, I feel so bad. Like, I was crying. When I first saw it, I was in disbelief. Like, she is SaveAFox. And I did not know any of these other things that her husband was saying, but he's going to continue SaveAFox. And let me show you again. Here, of course, I left a message. SaveAFox. Show them some love. Watch their fox videos. They're absolutely beautiful. And leave a comment down below. What do you think really happens if you're a targeted person? I don't know her birth date, but this happened 2 days ago on the Solstice. Highly suspicious to me. This is Lorraine Alternative Homesteading, signing off for now.